I don't know about anybody else, but for me, one of the highlights of my day is when I get up in the morning and just look at nature doing her thing. I'm telling you, I don't think anything can supersede what the Lord does. Regardless of how our artists can paint, or regardless of how beautiful humans can put color upon a house, nature will always supersede what we can do because God is the master artist. This morning, I just want to welcome you one more time back to my channel. My name is Anne, and this is Yard Steading in Jamaica. I am going to also encourage you, if you have not yet subscribed, to subscribe to my channel, to like the videos, to share the videos, and to leave a comment. They're always welcomed. You see, we each learn from the other. So, join the community now. This morning is just an update on what is going on in the garden. Things that I should do that have not yet been done, that is getting out of control, and I need to grab time and just do what needs to be done. So stay tuned for the sneak peek now. Alright, so new sets on the pepper. Don't mind the neighbor's dog barking. New sets on the pepper. I'm enjoying this. I really am enjoying this. I don't know about anybody else, but to just look at this pepper tree is over a year old. Over a year old. And I think one of the reasons why it has not wilted or looked raggedy is because of the continued feed that it gets. My feeds cost me almost nothing. Well, just a little energy because I tend to use for the potassium feed that I give to my fruiting plants. It's made from ripe banana peels. And I eat ripe bananas. My children eat ripe bananas. I don't make a lot of it at one go. So what I do is I keep the ripe banana peels in a bag in the refrigerator. And like now I need to replenish the bottles. What I'll do is just take some out, and the ones that are in the bottle, I'll just bury them in the garden or put them into one of the grow bags and we'll move from there. So this is the rainbow carrot, and they too are doing fabulously. Granted, I didn't have as much of this seed as I have of the scarlet nance, which reminds me I need to get soil so I can make another grow bag of carrots. It's called succession planting. All right. Remember the bottles project? These are they are now dry, and I will be cutting them open and setting up my bed. I still need to do some more. So those are my eggplants, and they are growing nicely. Anybody can tell me where leaf miners come from? I am curious to know. Is it something that occurs from the soil? Leave a comment, no? The lemon tree is looking good. The girl has put on a lot of new leaves. And I think this too is a result of all those drenches that I'm giving. I don't just feed the vegetables, folks. I feed the trees as well. Because everything in the garden must look lush, must look pretty. Take a whiff at my grapevine. This thing need to be trellised. I'm in two minds. Do I take it up to the backyard where it can climb on the garden fence? Because as of right now, the trellising thing down this end kind of look iffy. So, help me to make that decision. The flowers that I divided down and transplanted, I have one casualty. Remember those two little straggly ones? But I have not taken them out of the pot because the bulbs tend to send up shoot. So, I am eagerly awaiting. This is another slug. I'm eagerly awaiting the new leaves to come up. But since I have uppotted, this one has put forth a new leaf, right? So, and this one, that little thing I showed in the video here, that's what it was. That's good. The slugs are at it again. Ugh. All right. I'll take you up to the back and show you what's going on up there. Ha! I want you to look at the size of my Valencia oranges. You notice how large they get in? Listen, I still don't know what a Valencia orange is, if it is a sour orange, a bitter orange, or a sweet orange. But guess what now? In my yard, fruits are growing, and that is the key thing for me. I want to know that I live somewhere where if I have need of something, I can go outside, stick my hand up in the air and pick it, or bend down and pull it up. That is what we all are supposed to be doing, growing food. No matter how small the quantity, grow something. I am telling you folks, it makes a difference. It changes the way your environment feels, that's for one. And you are sure that what you're putting in your body is wholesome. I still have not yet transplanted a single kale, but notice they are looking so good. I'm going to be giving my co-worker some of them because she does grow some food, and I think once somebody is willing to grow food, if I have transplants, I'm going to be sharing because I want this community of backyard farmers, front yard farmers to continue to grow and to evolve. This is the only way we can ensure food security. This look like a broccoli, so I can say that this is broccoli. What I initially thought was Lasianata kale do appear to be, so this might be another broccoli. Yep. So peppers. I can take this one off. It's almost ripe, and I am going to be making myself some lunch for work. And the peppers in the house, all of the rest of them green. All the other peppers are green. It's okay, I only need one pepper for now. Update on the burgundy okras that were transplanted, they're doing well. Alright. Anybody know what this plant name? This is where I sow the wildflower mix. I know that this is purslane, but I don't really want any right now. That's edible, guys. We call it parsley in Jamaica, but this is loaded down with omega-3 fatty acid. Yeah, I don't want any purslane right now. This, I don't remember what this is, but it does look like a flower my mom had. This look like some wild bush, but I still am going to see if this is going to bear flower. I don't know. Still don't know what this is. I really don't know. And this one not growing much bigger than that. Yeah. So I have two of this. One of this. I don't know what they are, I have never grown wildflower mix before. So if those are really flowers, then I'll ensure that they go to seed and I save seeds. So the lone tomato that is over here, I'm going to be gifting this to my co-worker as well. These two okras as well. Alas, there's a callaloo that came up and this one looked pretty, so I'm going to make it grow and go to seed, and then I'll plant from this callaloo. I like the way this one look. Guys, I still have not transplanted the butternut squashes. Alright, so let me be honest. One of my problem is I need to make a trellis for this to go up. And I have not yet built the trellis. Oh yes, I make everything around here. I have not yet made the trellis. I started one, it don't work. So, I'm going to have to go back to the drawing board with that. But I'm going to be gifting some of these as well to my co-worker. Yep. My lone bean that came up is doing well. That might need to be moved and put somewhere where it can climb because it is a running bean. The cassavas are looking well. They're coming up. Alright, so I foliar sprayed about 3 days ago and I've not put back the buckle in the house. Wow. All of my pepper plants are in bearing. Some have on baby peppers, some are loaded down with blossoms. You see this now, this start to run and I need to make the trellis so that this can climb up. I do not like my food that insect can eat crawling on the ground and giving them too much access. Alright? So the melons that were down further down in this bed, they all died. They were aided and abetted by the cat, who came to do in my garden bed again. Being doing well, and the bean need trellis as well. So, no later than today, I'm going to have to make myself a trellis. Alright, so I'll be posting the video on the sweet potato harvest that was not an harvest. Okay? I went ahead this morning very early and I had 5 potatoes, 5 very small Irish potatoes that I bought from the grocery store, and I planted them. What I did was I dug a trench, put some rabbit manure in it, put the potatoes in there, and then I covered them. Don't water them yet, you know. Don't know what I'm waiting on. All right, over on this side, the garden is doing well. Over this side, let me open her up somewhat so that it will be easier to visualize. So this, that, and this are transplant from the tomato plant that is in the seed bed. I would like you to know that this one is blossoming. This one has blossoms. That's the only one that don't have blossom. So these are tomatoes like the one that I'm going to be gifting my coworker. And this one has blossom on it. I don't have a clue what type of tomato they are. But whatever they are, I'm going to be taking them, thanks. So these are burgundy okras that were transplanted. And that's the kale, not kale rather, but chard that I transplanted. I need to be transplanting my marigold. 3 more died and only 3 are left. But the 3 that are left are thriving and I'm happy. Oh, and I also have seeds. Because what I did was I deadheaded the ones that were in the garden that were old and they died. Yep, so I deadheaded those. Tomatoes are up. Oh my God! Look at what is here. You see that caterpillar? That will eat every leaf off this tree in a jiffy and then some. I'm so sorry, but he has got to die. That thing will eat down your plant in no time whatsoever. I'm telling you, I have been the casualty of that particular caterpillar for many occasions. All right, they are looking good. I'll take you around to the other side. Boy, I'm telling you, these sorrels are growing so slow. So slow. So slow. Nevertheless, I won't complain. I'm going to leave them alone. I don't think the corns are worthwhile to be kept, because I give them everything that I give to everything else and them taking them own sweet time to grow. The shock of the garden. Huh. My planting that I thought was dying put out a new leaf. I'm happy that I did not allow impatience to cause me to chop the thing down. All right. My mammoth sweet pepper. And there are other sweet peppers on the other plants as well. And I think I am growing stink bugs as well. A whole lot of stink bugs. Oh gosh. Them literally terrify me. So, more tomatoes. My opinion is that this is supposed to be one of those salad looking type tomatoes. It's not a slicing tomato, because I know I have bought cooking tomatoes that are rounded in shape, and I think that this is what this is. I still don't know the name, but whatever it is, I am hoping that it will bear and bear alright. I'm going to be deadheading this one. So I'm just taking off the dried up petals. The plant itself is dried up as well, but I don't normally just rip them out of the garden. I make them stay there. So I'm deadheading. So I will have marigold for a long time. Woo! Yep. My yellow Swiss charts looking good. So is the pink one looking good. And I'm telling you, the amount of blossom on this tomato plant is astronomical, and the amount of young fruit. What I can't determine is whether this is a indeterminate tomato or a determinate. If it is an indeterminate, then I will get multiple bearing. But if it is a determinate, then it gonna bear all the fruits one time, and then that's it. My preference is to grow indeterminate tomatoes because you have a longer harvesting time. Nevertheless, I'll take what I get. In the season, no complaint. The lone surviving sweet pepper from the lot that was transplanted is growing. Slower than I anticipated, but it is growing nonetheless. Okay, folks, my time for work is come, and I'm going to have to bid you adieu. So until we meet again on this channel, have a wonderful day and Jagai.